Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we got some more historic content. This is a deck I wanted to try. I'm not sure how competitive it'll be, but it is kind of all in linear, cheat out an Ulamog as quick as possible. So this is Gyruda, similar to the standard deck where you have Gyruda, Doom of the Depths. When it enters the battlefield, each player flips the top 4 cards, and then you could put a creature card with an even converted mana cost onto the battlefield. The entire deck, because it's a companion, has to be even costed. So basically what you try to do is flip Gyruda, and then use stuff like Spark Double and Thassa to make more copies of it to get more things into play. You can also hit additional copies of Gyruda in the deck. And then what we're trying to do is ramp early with Paradise Druid, Growth Spiral. We have Migration Path as well to get this out earlier. And then you can also hit stuff like Chupacabra as removal, Phyrexian Obliterator as a wall against a lot of aggro decks. Hostage Taker can actually exile your own Gyruda, and then if they try to kill it, then you can get it back. You can also Hostage Taker the Gyruda, blink this with Thassa, and then this comes in, and then this comes back, and then exiles, and then it's a whole kind of stack. Trying out one Acolyte of Affliction, which can return a card to from our graveyard to our hand. Kogla is some more fight effects, and then a Muldrotha to cast stuff out of our graveyard, and then 3 Ulamogs because I want to have a 10/10 indestructible, exile your your library, all those shenanigans. So I'm going to play this in best of 1. Threw this together quickly, so I haven't given it much thought for a sideboard yet. Want to see if the proof of concept works first. We will play some ranked though, see how it does against the top tier decks. So we'll be doing a bunch of historic content. If you do have any suggestions or cool deck lists you want to drop, a link on my YouTube channel and I can check those out. As always, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, if you can, drop a sub or a follow on YouTube or Twitch. Both are free and easy ways to help support the channel. So this hand is not where we want to be. Opponent's on a Bosch, so it's likely the Gruul version, so we'll keep this. This is very good against the Gruul version, so I think we put Kogla back. And I'm going to lead on black sources first. Okay, this could just be mono red. And maybe playing this in best of 1 may not be the best. The reason I was thinking of doing it is because we can go fairly linear. So opponent's got a pretty aggressive start to it. Hitting us for 4, we're taking some more damage next turn. I can Chupacabra the following turn. If we can get Obliterator down, it'd be good. So ideally, if we hit a black source... Oh, jeez. Yeah. When opponent's bringing that much aggro to us, Chain Whirler is actually really sweet with a Bosch. Come on, Arena. Chain Whirler hits everything for 2. So I might have to put together a sideboard and play this in best of 3. It's weaker to counter spells, so hence why I didn't want to do that. Okay, sounds good. Of note, all our lands have black mana. Playing Amari, so that's probably Naya Winota. So if we can get this Obliterator down, it could hold them back. Keep 6. So Naya Winota. Oh. Could be humans then. There's a lot of humans lists that go around. Vanguard. Vampires? I mean, I think we just set up for Gyruda, right? Take a hit and then try to get Ulamog. Let's get a black source and a green source. No, I'll just get a blue source. So even if they kill this, I can still Gyruda next turn. So sometimes if they're playing unclaimed territory, they can give away what they're playing. Could still be Winota, maybe Mardu Winota. The nice thing about Historic is most of the games go pretty quick. Ooh, Evolve. Interesting. Spin to win. Alright, we hit Ulamog. Turn 4 Ulamog. Not bad at all. I feel like these games are going to be over win or lose by turn 5. And in best of 1, like, most people won't have an answer to Ulamog. If they're playing an agent deck, they could. Or if they're playing something with... oh, this hand's a keep. This hand's a keep. Okay, it's probably Gruul. Shock next turn, Migration Path. Nope. Mono green Stompy? Yeah. Mono green. They usually don't play, Gruul doesn't play that normally. That's actually very good because I don't have to take damage. Now I can go get 2 blue sources. Actually could take a black as well. Because then I can get the hostage taker under the Gyruda. Okay, so it is Gruul. Generally don't see Love Struck in there. Even if they like fight Paradise Druid, we're okay here. Their start's pretty slow. Burning Tree. They can go into 5 mana here. Questing Beasts. Not bad. Spin to win. I am just gonna take an Ulamog. This can be put in front of Questing Beast. Alrighty. 2 turn 4 Ulamogs. This deck's nutty. All you gotta do is survive. Any draw with like Paradise Druid on 2, you gotta keep. And then the rest of the deck just kind of falls into place. An opponent had a decent start there. Like, they're missing red mana, but they still assembled quite a formidable clock. This is fine. Growth Spiral can help me draw. Of note, Muldrotha can only place permanents, so it can't cast Growth Spiral from the graveyard. So we'd like to hit lands here. Oh no! Thankfully we got that. I think we go Paradise Druid here. Because that can set me up for Kogla next turn to fight the Meddling Mage. This is probably blue-white humans or Esper humans. So we need to do this now. Really wanted to land there.
This isn't a fight you can win. That's more like take it.
Okay, cool. You fight you. Now, opponent can bounce the Paradise Druid. It's not the end of the world. Okay, I can hostage taker their hostage taker.
Don't worry, I got it.
If we draw a land, I can just Gyruda. Actually, I can take a chance and try to find a land, but I think just doing this is better. This is probably Esper Hero.
I've got it.
ECD. So this is something to note. I'm going to attack here, because if they bounce this, they do have an answer to Ulamog. Okay, yeah. It's Rona. You can cast exile card or cards from exile. I mean, we could have kept spinning, but I think just having Ulamog down presents lethal. I get to exile a bunch of cards from their graveyard here. Ooh, they have dire tactics.
I'll protect you.
I think we do this. This. See what they do here. I'm gonna hostage taker my Gigan this turn, so if they board wipe, I get it back.
It's only a matter of time.
Just Paradise Druid. So they can get back a couple things here. It's probably big to fairy. So enters the battlefield. You may exile a historic card from your graveyard. You may cast spells from among cards exiled with Rona. It's actually pretty cool. Oh no, Lavinia. This is like really hate bearsy. Because this may... Lavinia means... Oh no, we could still cast this. And then get it back. Do I want to get anything back? I think we just try to get another Ulamog. We're at 28, they're at 28. So I'm going to Growth Spiral here. I can cast Thassa out of my graveyard. I could also make a copy of Ulamog. I like the opponent's take on this. A little bit more Hatesberry style. Done! Made us work for that one. Alright, so unless we don't go against like balls to the wall aggro, anything that's a bit slower can generally value them up. Let's see what we get in our pack. I like that hostage taker line too. So sideboard wise, we'd probably want stuff to blow up enchantments or artifacts. So stuff like Leyline, Cage, stuff of that nature. We'd want the 2 mana Eidolon that prevents our spells from being countered. It may be right for the grindier games to side into 1 Nexus of Fate and move Gyruda to the main board to play around that way. Sounds fine. Opponent's on Umari. So we'll lead with Breeding Pool. Being a creature deck, having Chupacabra and Obliterator both good. Of note, one of our lands doesn't produce black right now. Okay, so this is Naya Winota. So really need a land off this Growth Spiral or next draw. So Naya Winota, very explosive deck. Doing that before Thalia comes down. Give me land 1 time. Land 1 time. That's probably the game. They can win Winota this turn, but they don't have any other spell. So, if they have Winota, I'm probably dead. But this means they have to attack with a couple things. I can throw this in the way of something, force them to sack. I can take them off the War Boss, but I think this is the right play. We just need to dodge Winota for a turn. Just missing the line drop that turn hurt. If we could have got this down last turn, especially with them playing this, would have been good. War Boss is very bad in the face of Phyrexian Obliterator. Okay, they might not have Winota. I feel like if you have Winota, it's a slam that turn. Interesting. Oh, they probably have Vanguard. So I think we go... They have land. If we draw land... Okay. I can play out another Obliterator, or I can just Chupacabra this Umari. I think we just Chupacabra the Umari. Slows them down a bit. Block there. Block the 1/1. When you need a land and you hit your 10 drop. This could be Stomp. Yeah. Treading Water. This might be Thalia going away. Well, I came here to cast Gyrudas. think we spin the wheel again, try to find like Ulamog. Get Haktos. I think I like Hostage Taker. Exile Bone Crusher Giant. So you can cast these Stomp Half, but with any color. Okay, so they hit Winota. So we clench and hope we don't die this turn. So Pro 4. So I can do this because of the first strike. This. So this deals 8. I think we gotta go like that. So they have to sack 4 things here. We're at 1 life. Not enough. Okay, we got body double. We got Ulamog. They're playing Agent in their deck too. Holy greedy. We're dead here. Let's see how negative they can get us. We missed the land drop. If we got the land drop on 4 to play this on curve. This is one of the top decks in the format. You shouldn't be playing Agent in it. That's too greedy. You don't need it to steal their things. Engrass Marauders is enough of a win con. Alright. 2 losses versus Aggro. That one was close. We ducked Winota for a couple turns. Just never drew into land on time. Meta Breaker at 84%. Doubt. Yikes. We're keeping this off Paradise Druid. Could technically turn 3. Hate drawing these. Drawing all the 4 drops. Give me a land. QD. Land. Too far behind here. That one sucked. Our hand was pretty gas. Like, I copied Paradise Druid. We just need to hit a land. 2 lands and a mana accelerant with 3 draws to hit a land. Opponents goes first. Let's try it. No companion to kind of give us a heads up, so this could be... Some Winota lists don't play Umari. More of the recent ones do, and they go Thalia as well. Okay, mull to 5. So this is artifact aggro. So tempered steel. Really hoping for a play there, but this is probably going to be cycle this migration path. Need to find something to kill this, or at least ramp us. Okay, I can Chupacabra next turn, and then I can copy the Chupacabra. We're on the stay alive plan here. Tempered Steel is a card, gives +2/2 to all artifact creatures you control. We are at 9 life, so we're going to kill this next turn. Interesting. Ooh. That's the case. Let's get Thassa going. Then I can Gyruda next turn. Opponent's hand has been a bit awkward. Tempered Steel. No blocks. Let's spin it to win it. I can just kill the Stone Coil here. Yeah, Hostage Taker this, blink this, kill it. I'm done. Don't understand how I don't move up there if I take down 982. Okay, so we've done a quick demo of the deck. It's probably actually something worth exploring a bit more. Building a sideboard out for it. But it's pretty sweet overall. I don't think we need Muldrotha, to be honest. I think I want more turn 2 accelerants. So I would probably... what do we have? Ramp on 2. So like I played Destiny Spinner in the sideboard of the deck. Probably just Wolfwillow. I prefer Wolfwillow because it won't get hit. Where is Wolfwillow? It goes onto land, so it's harder for your opponent to interact with it. So I'd probably go like that. This gives us the best opportunity to turn 2 something and then go from there. And then we're just kind of to the races. I liked Hostage Taker, like the numbers here. I think there's enough fight and stuff that makes the deck a little bit more resilient. You're not as all in. You have ways to interact. And Obliterator really stops a lot of the all-in combo decks. So anyways, gonna keep these historic videos about half an hour so we can get through a bunch of them. If you do enjoy this one, if you want to see any other decks, do let me know on YouTube. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by and have a great one.